What if your own heart stopped beating for a reason? Not from fear, but from the story itself, fighting back. Chapter 2 of Alan Wake 2 is called The Heart. It is where horror meets economics, where emotion becomes investment, and every heartbeat feels like a decision. You are not only watching a game recap, you are watching a lesson about control, finance, and creative survival, disguised as PS5 Pro gameplay. And by the end of this video, you will know why the dark place is not just evil. It is debt. Welcome to Chapter 2. Previously in Chapter 1, Invitation Saga Anderson faced death, reborn. The body of Robert Nightingale rose again and shattered the border between reality and fiction. Her flashlight became her only truth. That moment marked the start of her education. Now in Chapter 2, The Heart, we go deeper. Saga follows the thread of evidence through Bright Falls, while Alan struggles inside his own economic nightmare, the dark place. Both are chasing ownership of their stories. What makes this chapter brilliant is how Remedy uses horror as a metaphor for investment. Every decision Saga makes costs time and risk. Every line Alan writes costs sanity and control. And like finance itself, you are rewarded only if you can survive volatility. This chapter is not only a continuation of the story, it is a study in mindset, patience and capital, emotional and creative. So let's break it down step by step.
Need to figure out exactly what that means.
Saga continues her investigation across the misty woods of Bright Falls. New evidence connects the cult activity to the mysterious heart symbols carved in trees and walls. Every manuscript page she finds now predicts not just what happened, but what is about to happen. The illusion between future and present collapses. Combat intensifies. The enemies wrapped in darkness require precision, light, focus, and timing. You break the shield with your flashlight and finish with bullets. The system forces discipline, just like financial planning. One mistake and your resources collapse. Remedy upgrades the mind place in this chapter. Saga can now profile suspects and upgrade her tools. This new feature feels like building your own investment portfolio. Each skill increases long-term value but drains short-term energy. While Saga hunts cultists, Alan walks the opposite path. Trapped in the dark place, he faces corrupted versions of himself. Every corridor becomes an equation of fear and narrative debt. He sees a typewriter that types by itself. Every letter adds interest to the story he can no longer afford. Alan begins to realize he is not the author anymore. He is collateral. When Saga and Alan's storylines echo across dimensions, the rhythm of the heartbeat returns. The camera zooms close. You feel each pulse in your DualSense controller. It is more than atmosphere. It is emotional accounting. Alan Wake 2 runs at 60 frames per second in performance mode and 30 in quality mode at full 4K HDR. Average playtime for this chapter is around 1 hour 20 minutes. On PS5 Pro, the visual consistency is exceptional. Ray tracing reflections, particle density, and HDR contrast outperform many of the best PS5 games this year. A reminder that even in technology, precision is patience made visible. But what if the heart isn't just an organ? What if it's the economy of the dark place itself? Let's go deeper. Why the heart? Some players think it refers to emotion. Others believe it is the literal power source of the dark place. Fan Theory 1. The cult sacrifices hearts to maintain a debt cycle between creation and destruction. Fan Theory 2. The manuscript pages shift because Alan's story rewrites itself whenever the audience observes it, like a financial market reacting to confidence. Observation changes value. This explains why the game constantly alternates between story and gameplay. Remedy designs cause and effect as living systems. The flashlight is your investment. The bullets are your liquidity. And the darkness, your risk. If you want to survive, you must manage all three. Did you know that Sam Lake not only voiced Alex Casey, but structured the pacing of dialogue using the rhythm of old noir films from the 1970s? That timing creates subconscious tension, which matches the pulse sound design. Literal heartbeat audio, layered with 45 Hz bass to simulate anxiety. That is narrative engineering. And like smart investing, it takes patience, precision, and trust in the system. Every sound in the Heart chapter has meaning. Each beat reminds you of focus. Each silence reminds you of loss. Remedy Entertainment was founded in 1995 in Finland. From the start, they treated creativity like capital. Every story a long-term investment. In Chapter 2, they pushed their Northlight engine to simulate human emotion through lighting physics. The result is a technical showcase of how psychology and technology merge on PS5 Pro gameplay. But the deeper brilliance lies in business discipline. Remedy refused to sell out. They kept their IP and reinvested profit into their tools. That is creative independence, the highest ROI in art. The dark place in Alan Wake 2 mirrors the entertainment industry itself. Publishers are the shadows promising quick money. Light is ownership. Remedy built their exit plan by building their own engine. That is entrepreneurship in pure form. And that is what makes this chapter educational as well as cinematic. The Heart teaches that the only sustainable asset is resilience. Alan loses everything the moment he stops writing his own truth. Saga gains strength each time she defines what is real. In business or life, you face the same structure. If you lose authorship of your goals, someone else will write them for you. The darkness represents emotional debt. The flashlight is awareness. Every time you face fear, you pay interest. Every time you focus, you recover equity. Success, whether in gaming, storytelling, or finance, is not random. It is calculated persistence. Saga's mind place is the blueprint of self-improvement. She collects information, audits her decisions, builds clarity. That's personal finance 101, hidden inside a horror game. Remedy turns anxiety into strategy. By breaking big problems into manageable tasks, you convert fear into progress. And that is why Alan Wake 2 belongs among the top 10 games of 2025, not only for design, but for wisdom. This chapter shows how emotional intelligence directly improves performance. You can apply the same lesson in your own life. Upgrade your tools. Diversify your mindset. Invest your focus wisely. Because every heartbeat counts. And in finance, every decision compounds. So, here's the question. If you were in Saga's place, would you invest in the light or trust the dark? Some believe the heart is power. Others say it is currency. Either way, both require responsibility. Comment below, heart or void, which side are you on? And tell me if you think the dark place represents creative debt or emotional burnout. The best theories will appear in the next recap. This has been Chapter 2, The Heart, a cinematic and educational breakdown from PS5 Gameplay Hub. Next week, we step into Alan's solo chapter. The story folds back into itself, and we discover the real cost of creation. If you found value in this episode, hit subscribe. We analyze the best PS5 games through lessons in finance, creativity, and mindset. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and always stay in the light.